So often, when life feels uncertain, your first instinct is to ask things like, why is this happening to me? When will this be resolved? When will it finally be over? What action should I take? Can't I just be past this already? I've asked those same questions too. And what I've learned is this: it's not only what you ask, it's how you ask. The frantic, demanding kind of questions usually leave you feeling even more stuck. Ask me how I know. But when you soften, when you ask questions with openness, something shifts, space clears, and that's when clarity, peace, and wisdom can reach you. Today, in this moment of divine reset, we'll explore how to ask the kinds of questions that help you receive your soul's wisdom and align with your higher self and source. And as always, we'll close with a meditation to help you relax into that open, receptive space. You're listening to A Moment of Divine Reset with spiritual life coach and empowered life you guide, Lisa Hromada of loveistheseed.com, a soul nourishing space for spiritual life teachings, tips, and resources, helping you deepen your spiritual foundation and recalibrate your energy so you can reclaim your inner peace and experience the possibilities, power, and potential of living a soul-aligned life. I'm Lisa Hromada, and I'm excited to share this moment with you today. Here's a sacred truth. Your soul and source are always communicating with you. Guidance is always available, but the way that you approach it, the energy behind your questions, shapes what you're able to receive. When life feels heavy or unclear, it's our natural instinct to grasp for answers. We want clarity now. We want resolution now. And often our questions come from fear or control. Why is this happening to me? When will it finally end? What can I do to make this go away? How can I change this other person or situation? Years ago, before I really dove into my spiritual path, I asked those same exact questions. And honestly, it's so human to ask them. There's nothing wrong with wanting to know why something is happening or when will it end. But here's what I noticed. Those questions, they don't open any doors. In fact, they create resistance. They cut me off from the very answers I was seeking. It's like those little finger traps that you might remember as a kid. The harder you pull, the tighter it grips. But with gentleness and patience, you can free yourself. That's what we're talking about here. Asking your questions from a space of soul inquiry, not force. It's the shift from grasping to gently opening, from demanding to inviting the answer to be revealed. Because when you soften your questions, you soften your energy, and suddenly there's space for guidance to reach you. Think of it like this. Imagine going to a friend and blurting out, okay, tell me why this is happening and hurry up about it. Chances are they're not going to respond well. But if you approach it with curiosity, what do you think I most need to know right now regarding this situation or regarding how to respond to this situation? The whole energy changes. It's the same when you're asking source. When we come with desperation, it creates static. But when we come with openness, wisdom can flow more naturally. We are able to allow it in. So what makes a question powerful? Well, first, it's open-ended. Instead of boxing yourself into a yes or no, you open the space for something bigger to come through. The second, it's about being curious, not controlling. You release the grip on needing to know right now, right this second, and you allow clarity to arrive in its right timing. And third, it's rooted in trust because the energy behind your words matter. Asking with trust feels very different than asking with fear. Let's try a few examples here. Instead of asking, why me? You could ask, what is this here to teach me or help me to heal? Instead of asking, when will this be resolved? You could ask, what is in my highest good to know right now? And instead of asking, what should I do? You could ask, what would bring me peace and move me forward in the most loving way. Now again, those first questions aren't bad. They're completely human and natural when life feels hard or unclear. We've all asked them. But notice how they tend to feel heavy or tight or even desperate. They carry the energy of fear and frustration. In the second set, though, they open you. You might even feel your shoulders drop or your breath deepen as you ask them because they carry the energy of wisdom and compassion and trust and alignment. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to force an answer. Sometimes wisdom shows up as a word or as a feeling. Sometimes it's just a sense of peace that washes over you. Other times it arrives later, perhaps in a dream, a synchronicity, or a sudden knowing in the middle of your day. I remember once facing a decision that felt overwhelming. I kept asking, what should I do? But the more I pushed, the more anxious I felt. Finally, I paused. I placed my hand over my heart and I asked, what would bring me peace and move me forward in the most loving way? Instantly, my breath deepened and a calm washed over me. The next morning, a conversation with a friend gave me exactly the clarity I needed. The guidance had always been there. It just needed space to reach me. That's the heart of soul inquiry. Opening your heart, asking powerful questions, and letting the answers come in their own way and timing. Here are 3 soul-centered questions you can practice anytime. The first, what is in my highest good to know right now? Second, what is this situation here to teach me or help me heal? Third, what would bring me peace and move me forward in the most loving way? Any one of these can open the door to your own wisdom, your own answers. So the next time you feel stuck or unclear, just pause, breathe, place your hand on your heart, ask one of these questions gently with trust, and then let go. Allow the answer to come however and whenever it will. Because guidance doesn't always arrive in this lightning bolt. Sometimes it comes as a whisper, sometimes as a quiet peace, sometimes as a sign that shows up later, but it always comes in love. Let's now get still and go within. This is the time of a moment of divine reset where we do just that. We take a few minutes of stillness to recalibrate, reconnect, and reharmonize through meditation, affirmation, and visualization. To temporarily take your attention away from the questions spinning in your mind, the pressure to figure it all out, and the noise of uncertainty. And instead, bring it back to your sacred center, where clarity and wisdom already reside. So let's do that now. Let's turn inward. If you can, gently close your eyes and allow a deep breath in and release it out. Again, a slow inhale and a gentle exhale. With each breath, allow your body to soften. Your shoulders drop. Your hands relax. Feel yourself arriving fully into this moment. Now gently bring your awareness to the center of your chest, your heart center. Imagine a warm, radiant light glowing there. With each inhale, feel the light expand. With each exhale, feel yourself relax into it. From this space, let's invite in 3 soul-centered questions. You don't need to force any answer. Simply let the questions move through you and gently notice what arises. The first question is, what is in my highest good to know right now? Just breathe, notice, and receive. And now, the second question. What is this situation here to teach me or help me to heal? Again, just breathe, notice, and receive. And now, the final question. What would bring me peace and move me forward in the most loving way? Breathe, notice, and receive. Whatever arises, a word, a feeling, a symbol, a vision, or simply peace, is perfect. Trust it. And then take one more slow, deep breath in and release it out. Affirm silently, I trust the wisdom within me. I am open. I am guided. And when it feels right, softly open your eyes. Bring a smile to your face that you have just divinely reset something new in your life in this moment. And so it is. Have a beautiful day, and as always, relax in the knowing.